As the smoke settled and Diddy's reign of chaos ended, Officer DarKnight stood victorious. Justice was served, but at a cost. The battles had taken their toll, leaving the DarKnight questioning his purpose now that his mission was complete. But one quiet evening, his phone buzzed. The name on the screen read, Matt Dickey.
The Dark Knight! The way you handled Diddy was nothing short of a wrestling match. Have you ever considered stepping into the squared circle?
V, a wrestler? Matt, I'm not cut out for that world.
You've got the grit, the charisma, and the story, my friend. Come to the Performance Center and try out. I believe you can make it big. Wrestling Empire needs someone like you.
After some persuasion and a nudge of curiosity, the Dark Knight agrees. He packed his bag and boards a flight, leaving the gritty streets of Hard Time behind for the electrifying world of Wrestling Empire. As the plane soared through the clouds, the Dark Knight reflects. This is more than a career shift. This is a chance to rewrite my story. From serving justice to captivating crowds, I am about to embark on a journey unlike any other.
The Dark Knight. Welcome to the Empire of Sweat, Determination, and a little chaos. Glad you made it.
This place feels alive, but I've got to admit, Matt, I'm not sure if I fit into all this. Glamour and lights.
Glamour? Buddy, this isn't a Hollywood set. This is where legends are forged. You've already got the heart of a fighter. Wrestling is just a different dance.
A dance, huh? Last I checked, my moves were more about survival than showmanship.
Exactly. That's what makes you perfect. People want authenticity. They want a hero who's fought real battles. You bring that raw energy into the ring, and trust me, the crowd will eat it up.
And what happens when I face someone who doesn't play by the rules?
Same as always, you adapt and conquer. But in wrestling, you'll have a mic in one hand and the world watching.
All right, Matt. Show me what this world is all about.
The Dark Knight. This is where legends take their first steps. But don't get too comfortable. I've got something special planned for you today. I've arranged your first match tonight.
Tonight? Matt, I just got here.
Exactly. No better way to learn than to dive straight into the deep end.
And who's my opponent?
Eric Rowan. Big and mean. But I have a feeling you can handle him. Show the world why they should root for the Dark Knight.
All right, Matt. I'll give them a show they won't forget. The empty arena is my stage. I make my way to the ring, all swagger, all hype, ready to leave my mark. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dark Knight has arrived. This isn't just a debut, it's a declaration. And right behind me comes my opponent, the giant, Eric Rowan. Dude looks like he just walked out of a Viking raid. Before the bell even rings, Eric Rowan just had to start flapping his gums. Check this out. Yo, Matt Dickey with the verbal smackdown. Somebody get this man a mic full time. Kid, really? Kid, nah. Eric, you're about to find out why the Dark Knight is built different. Let's do this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The Dark Knight's official debut match against Eric Rowan. Let's show this Viking reject who's the boss. Boom! A fury of strikes right out of the gate, and Rowan looks like he's questioning his life choices. Oh, is he wobbling already? Don't blink, people. You might miss the show. Eric, my guy, are you okay? Do you need a timeout already? Samoan drop. Pin. 1, 2. And kick out. Okay. Rowan, showing some fight. Alright, let's turn up the heat. Here comes the burning hammer. And now, the rock bottom signature move, baby. Count it, ref. 1, 2. And he kicks out. What? On my finisher. Alright, Rowan, I see you. Enough is enough. Time to make him tap out. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the sharpshooter. Oh, look at Rowan. That's a wrap, folks. The Dark Knight takes the W in his debut match. What a match. Rowan didn't even put up a fight. That was a lot of bark for someone who got dropped like a sack of potatoes. Alright, back to the locker room to soak in the victory. And who do I see standing there? It's the legend himself, Jon Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania, the booker of NXT. Mr. Michaels, first of all, I'm a huge fan. Secondly, can I join NXT?
Kid, you've got guts and you've got talent. I like that. Welcome to NXT.
What? Did you hear that, guys? I've got a contract with NXT. This rookie run just went straight to main event potential. Big things are coming because the Dark Knight's about to light up NXT. Knights, it's time for the next chapter in our wrestling empire journey. The Dark Knight has arrived at NXT, and we're kicking it off with a bang. A tag team debut match against Chris Sabian's team. But before we hit the ring, let's take a look at the NXT roster. Who's the champ I'll be gunning for? Ah, there he is. Trick Williams, the NXT champion. Don't get too comfortable, Trick, because the Dark Knight is coming for that gold. The crowd is sold out to witness the Dark Knight in action. Alright, here comes Chris Sabian and Alex Shelley walking down the ramp like they own the place. Cute, but now it's time for a moment you've been waiting for. The Dark Knight's NXT debut. Who's it gonna be? Watch. It's the NXT North American Champion, Trey Miguel. This just went from great to legendary. Chris and Alex, you're in trouble now. The bell rings, and it's game time. Chris Sabian starts off. But wait. He immediately tags in Alex Shelley. Running scared already, Chris. Oh no. Alex is out, and so is my own partner, Trey Miguel. That's not ideal. My bad, Trey. Ouch. Super kick from Alex Shelley. All right, now I'm mad. I whip Alex, ready to strike, but wait, what's this? Chris throws a broom into the ring to distract me. Seriously, a broom. What is this? A janitor's convention. Time to tag in the champ. Let's see what Trey Miguel's got. Super kick. Another one. Trey Miguel is on fire. He just sent Chris flying onto the apron and kicked him out of the ring. This man is crazy. Holy Sendin. Batman. Trey just launched himself like a missile. Our North American champion is putting on a show. Alright, my turn again. Time to end this. Spear. Chris just got folded like a lawn chair. Pin him. 1, 2, and no. He kicks out at 2. Alright, Chris, you've got guts. And there's Alex, back on the apron. Not anymore. And now, the rock bottom. That's it. 1, 2, 3. It's over. What a debut. Not only did the Dark Knight secure the win with Trey Miguel, but he also made a massive statement. The Dark Knight is here to conquer NXT, and this is just the beginning. So there I was, basking in the afterglow of our victory. There he is, the man with the gold. Trick Williams. I straight up challenge him for the NXT Championship right then and there. But what does he do? He brushes me off like I'm some rookie. Back of the line. Back of the line. Nah, that's not how the Dark Knight operates. Everyone's watching, and I'm not about to lose respect backstage. It's time to make a statement. I go straight for him. Bam! Headbutt. He's talking smack. Oh, Trick, you're digging your own grave here. Wham! Title to the face. And again. And now for the finale. Spear. But wait, I'm not done. The swirling hurricane. He's mumbling something, but boom. He's out cold. All talk. No action. Weak champ. Oh, Trick, you're digging your own grave here. What? Dead? Listen, I wanted to send a message, not send him to the afterlife. What's going to happen now? Am I going back to jail? What about the NXT Championship? This is too much chaos. I don't know what's going to happen next. But one thing's for sure. I have to attend this funeral. I'm just sitting on my bed, trying to process everything. Trick Williams is dead, and the fingers are already pointing in my direction. I just wanted to send a message, not send him 6 feet under. And as I sit there, my schedule for the day pops up on my phone. Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley. The AEW World Champion. How is this even possible? What kind of wrestling multiverse is this? But first, I've got to pay my respects. It's time to head to Trick Williams' funeral at the cemetery. This day is about to go from bad to worse. I get ambushed, verbally, at least by Carmelo Hayes. Wait, what? Everybody knows. I'm not safe anywhere. And would you look at that? Jon Moxley is here too. What should I do here? Walk away and look guilty, or stay and pay my respects? Well, you know the Dark Knight isn't backing down. I stand there, silent but respectful. Let them say what they want. I know the truth. Honestly, I don't even know what to say to that. Trick's gone, the title's vacant, and the locker room is in chaos. But hey, I'll leave it to you. My subscribers, do you agree with Moose? Let me know in the comments below. The world is watching as the Dark Knight prepares to go one-on-one with AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. Let's dive right into the drama, starting with the press conference that will set the stage for this epic battle.
Welcome to the International Press Conference for NXT versus AEW. Let's hear from our competitors. The DarKnight, what does NXT bring to this fight against AEW?
I remain undefeated at NXT, and there's nothing Jon Moxley can do about it.
Bold words. Now, Moxley, how does the AEW side feel about this showdown?
I earn more than the DarKnight, and I'll prove why I'm worth every penny.
The battle lines are drawn, and this match has the potential to be the best match on the card, so buy your tickets to see it live.
And with that, the stage is set. As Shawn Michaels hyped up the match, you could feel the tension boiling over. The Dark Knight enters the arena with none other than Shawn Michaels by his side. The crowd roars. The energy is off the charts. Now, the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley, makes his entrance, flanked by Tony Khan. The AEW loyalists cheered, but you could see the determination in Moxley's eyes. This wasn't just a match, it was a fight for supremacy. The bell rings, and the Dark Knight wastes no time. A flurry of punches sends Moxley reeling into the ropes. And just as he tries to counter with momentum, the Dark Knight catches him mid-run and slams him down with a devastating Samoan drop. Switching gears, the Dark Knight locks a brutal arm lock. But Moxley escapes, only to be met with a thunderous clothesline that flattens him. The crowd is losing their minds. Moxley fights back with a headlock, showing signs of life, but the referee intervenes after a rope break. The Dark Knight delivers 3 consecutive German suplexes. Suplex City. Moxley is dazed. And the Samoan spike sends him crashing to the mat. 1, 2, and Moxley kicks out, barely. Moxley climbs the turnbuckle, looking for a high-risk move. But the Dark Knight is quicker. He knocks Moxley off balance, sending him tumbling onto the steel steps outside the ring. And, oh my god! The Dark Knight leaps from the turnbuckle and hits a Canadian destroyer on the steel steps. But the Dark Knight isn't done. He spears Moxley onto the steel steps with such force that the steps collapse under them. The crowd can't believe what they're witnessing. Utter dominance by the Dark Knight. We are in the end game now. The Rock Bottom. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. In a shocking one-sided match, the Dark Knight defeats Jon Moxley. Is this really the AEW World Champion? Such a weak performance from a supposed elite wrestler.
Prove it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now.
Matt Cardona is crowned the new NXT champion. a fresh face at the top, and the Dark Knight is already eyeing his next conquest.
You can thank me for the house, the Dark Knight. Our ratings are up since I became the champion.
Low ratings. Whatever helps him sleep at night. But mark my words, Matt, I'm coming for that title soon. Fast forward to the bustling streets, where the Dark Knight issues a direct challenge to Matt Cardona for the NXT Championship. And he rejects classic Cardona, hiding behind his reign. But this time, there's no confrontation. I walk away, unable to shake the haunting memory of what happened to Trick Williams. The guilt is real, and it's weighing heavily on me. Despite the emotional turmoil, the show must go on. Tonight, the Dark Knight is set to face the monstrous Karrion Kross in a one-on-one clash. Both competitors make their entrances. The crowd is buzzing with anticipation. The bell rings, and the Dark Knight explodes with a fury of punches that leaves Kross reeling. And then, the Dark Knight delivers a bone-crushing spear that obliterates more than half of Kross's health in an instant. And now, the sharpshooter. Kross taps out immediately. The referee calls for the bell. It's over, just like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed the shortest match of the Dark Knight's career. A mere 25 seconds. Mere 25 seconds. Absolute dominance, and yet another message sent to Matt Cardona. The clock is ticking for the new NXT champion. It's the second week of February, and tonight's match has the wrestling world buzzing. The Dark Knight is set to face none other than the king of hardcore himself, Tommy Dreamer. A brutal, no-holds-barred match. Finally, a true test for the Dark Knight. But before stepping into battle, I make my second challenge to Matt Cardona for the NXT Championship. And once again, he rejects. What's wrong, Matt? Afraid your reign will end before it even begins. Stay tuned, champ. I'm not going anywhere. The lights dim, the music hits, and the Dark Knight makes his entrance. And here comes the hardcore legend Tommy Dreamer. The atmosphere is electric, the stakes are high, and the crowd is ready for mayhem. The bell rings, and Dreamer wastes no time, sliding out of the ring to grab a weapon. But the Dark Knight takes flight, leaping to the outside, only to get caught mid-air with a devastating GTS. The crowd erupts. As Dreamer climbs the top rope for a high-flying attack, the Dark Knight grabs a snooker cue and meets him mid-air with a vicious strike. That's hardcore, baby. The Dark Knight doesn't stop there, raining down blows with the cue before delivering a belly-to-belly suplex on the unforgiving concrete floor. But as the Dark Knight sets up for a spear through the table, Dreamer dodges, and TTK crashes into the wood with a deafening thud. Inside the ring, Dreamer locks in an ankle lock, testing the Dark Knight's resilience. But somehow, TTK escapes and retaliates with a baseball bat, landing brutal hits before Dreamer counters with a diving clothesline. Dreamer attempts another top rope attack, but the Dark Knight counters mid-air again, sending Dreamer crashing out of the ring. The brutality is unmatched. From the top rope, Canadian Destroyer! On the concrete floor, the crowd loses their minds. TDK grabs a camera to finish the job, but Dreamer dodges yet again, proving why he's a legend. A series of reversals and a figure four leg lock battle leaves the crowd on the edge of their seats. Dreamer rushes at the DarKnight, but he counters with a Samoan drop, planting him onto the announcer's desk. The rock bottom, sending Dreamer crashing into the spectator area. Elbow drop from the announce table into the crowd. Another rock bottom, going for the pin. But wait, the referee isn't counting. What's going on? Wait a minute, that's Brian Mathers, Matt Cardona's partner. The bias is real. What will TDK do now? He locks in the sharpshooter, and Dreamer taps out. The match is over. The DarKnight stands tall in a 5-star classic. But the DarKnight isn't done yet. A spear to Brian Mathers, sending a clear message to Matt Cardona. The DarKnight poses triumphantly for the crowd, soaking in the adoration after one of the most hardcore matches of his career. Tommy Dreamer, you're a legend, and I respect you for stepping into the ring with me. But tonight, I prove why I'm the future of this business. Now tell me, my subscribers, how many stars would you give this match? The DarKnight's mission remains unchanged, becoming the NXT champion. For the third time, I challenge Matt Cardona for his title, and for the third time, he rejects. Unbelievable. This is getting ridiculous. Maybe what Cardona needs is a little taste of humiliation. He shall know pain.
Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace. And now, this world shall know pain. Almighty push!
A brutal headbutt that leaves him staggering, followed by a devastating Samoan spike. Cardona tries to get in my head, muttering, "Don't start something you can't finish," but I know exactly what I'm doing. I am coming for that title. I walk away, ready for my match. It's the DarKnight versus Karrion Kross. This is another one-sided affair. Another dominant victory for the DarKnight. Backstage, just after my match, I find myself face to face with Matt Cardona once again, but this time, he makes the first move. Big mistake, a devastating spear on Cardona which sends him crashing to the floor. I'm not letting him off that easily. I hit him with another spear, and this one knocks him out cold. Deja vu. Is this Trick Williams all over again? The parallels are haunting. Thankfully, he's not dead. Small mercies, I suppose. Just when I think I can breathe, here comes Brian Mathers, Cardona's loyal sidekick. Oh, is that so? Let's see if you can back that up. Shawn Michaels calls me into his office, and let me tell you, he's fuming.
Matt Cardona will be out after the beating you put on him. The DarKnight. That means you're out as well, until you learn how to behave.
Out? Me? For a week? All right, Shawn. I'll take a vacation. No problem, sir.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
The suspension is over, and I'm back. I check my schedule for my next match, expecting something ordinary, and then, bam, I'm in a 5-way match. But wait, who's that? Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid is coming out of retirement, again, to face me. Oh, this is going to be legendary. Reza enters first, with Karrion Kross by his side. Sami Callihan enters second, looking as unhinged as ever. Moose comes in third, towering over everyone. Then it's the Dark Knight. The crowd goes wild as TDK enters the arena. And finally, the music hits, the arena erupts. It's HBK, the legend, the icon, the showstopper. Shawn Michaels is here.
The DarKnight? You think I won't kick your ass just because I run NXT? I didn't get where I am today without getting my hands dirty. I've never been scared of a fight. So if one of my animals needs to be kept in line, I'll step in the ring and disable him myself. Every week you cost me $2,600, but I don't see what I'm getting for my money.
You don't get me because I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to entertain them. And you just made that job even easier by letting them see somebody's boss get what they deserve. The bell rings, and the Dark Knight wastes no time, whipping Shawn Michaels into the ropes and hitting him with a thunderous Samoan drop. It's a war zone already. Sami Callihan decides to join the party, but HBK counters Sami with a swift reversal just as Shawn regains control. The Dark Knight headbutts him and delivers a devastating spear to Reza. The crowd is on their feet. Wow, an Alabama slam that sends Reza tumbling out of the ring. But out of nowhere, HBK hits the Dark Knight with a powerful power slam. The showstoppers still got it. The Dark Knight lifts HBK onto his shoulders. Sami Callihan capitalizes with a well-timed dropkick, and Moose adds an arm drag mid-air. What a combo. Teamwork in chaos. It's madness. Meanwhile, Reza locks horns with Sami Callihan, exchanging punches like their lives depend on it. Moose tries to sneak attack the Dark Knight, but he counters with an RKO. The carnage continues. The crowd can't believe what they're witnessing. Rock bottom to Sami Callihan. With complete chaos in the ring, the energy in the arena is electric. Reza was Moose on his shoulders, but HBK swoops in with a brutal face buster. Spear straight into the steel steps. Sami Callihan with a sitting powerbomb, and the steps break. Blood. Reza is bleeding. Somebody call an ambulance. Shawn Michaels German suplexes Reza and transitions into a pin, but the Dark Knight breaks it up just in time. Sitting powerbomb right onto the shattered steel steps. The crowd gasps, ouch, that's gotta hurt. Pin 1, 2, 3. It's over. The Dark Knight seizes the moment. The chaos finally comes to an end, and the Dark Knight is standing tall in the middle of this war zone. What a match. Huge respects to all the participants, especially Shawn Michaels. The man came out of retirement and delivered a 5-star performance. The showstopper proved why he's one of the greatest of all time. Now, my subscribers, what do you rate this match? Was it a 5-star classic, or did the chaos fails add extra sparkle? Let me know in the comments. Breaking news. The Dark Knight's contract with NXT is set to expire next week. The whispers in the corridors. This could be my last appearance for the company. Let me set the record straight. It won't be. Who do I run into? None other than Tony Khan himself. That's right, AEW's head honcho. He smiles. extends a contract, and makes his pitch. But before he even finishes, I look him in the eye and reject his contract offer. Now, it's time to sit down with the one and only Shawn Michaels.
I may not like you, the DarKnight, but we shouldn't let that get in the way of business. I'm pleased with your progress, so I'd be happy to keep you on with this deal.
Enhancement talent, a jobber. Seriously, after I pinned Shawn Michaels in that wild 5-star match. This has to be a joke. I slide the contract back to him with a smug smile. Shawn takes one look and flat out rejects it. Okay, Shawn, let's see how low you'll go.
You've got yourself a deal, kid.
And just like that, I'm locked in for 40 more weeks. And guess what? I'm scheduled to face Brian Mathers, Matt Cardona's partner.
Welcome, everyone, to this press conference as we look ahead to the DarKnight versus Brian Mathers. The DarKnight, let me ask you first, how do you plan to keep your undefeated streak alive against Brian Mathers?
It's simple, Shawn. I remain undefeated at NXT, and there's nothing Brian Mathers or anyone else can do about it.
Well, Brian Mathers, the DarKnight, says he's untouchable. What makes you think you've got the answer?
The DarKnight may be on a lucky streak, but luck runs out. I've got what it takes to end it.
All right, gentlemen, I think we better wrap this up before this turns into a brawl right here.
The press conference clears out. It's just me and Matt Cardona left. I can't resist the opportunity. I stand on the table, towering over Cardona, making it crystal clear who's in control. Looking him dead in the eye, I issue the challenge once again.
All right, here's the date. Make sure you're ready by the first week of May, because I know I will be.
1 month. That's all that stands between me and the NXT Championship. After months of taunting, dodging, and chaos, Matt Cardona has finally accepted my challenge. The stage is set. The countdown begins, and this time, there's no turning back. The arena erupts as the DarKnight's music hits. He strides down the ramp, laser focus, the crowd roaring in anticipation. Brian Mathers enters next, accompanied by Matt Cardona, the so-called champion who has been dodging the DarKnight for a month.
You know, before I even step into this ring tonight, I've got a bone to pick with you, the DarKnight. For weeks you've been strutting around NXT, mispronouncing my name like I don't even matter. My name isn't Brian Mathers, it's Brian Myers. Get it right? Or is your arrogance so overwhelming that you can't even pay attention to the basics?
Oh, I know exactly who you are. Brian Myers. But let's be real here. You're not exactly someone who demands attention, are you? See, I didn't mess up your name because I'm careless. I did it because you're just not important enough to remember. And after tonight, the only name anyone will be shouting is mine.
You think you're untouchable, huh? You've had this lucky streak going? Let's see how lucky you feel when I beat some respect into you. No more excuses, no more talking. Just me, you, and the truth in this ring. Done.
Oh, trust me, Brian. After I'm done with you, you'll be a name no one will ever forget, mostly because it'll be on the injury report. So bring it on, Mr. Myers. Let's give the crowd something to talk about. Or, more accurately, someone to laugh at. The Dark Knight wastes no time. Grabbing a baseball bat, he swings it with precision and Mathers crumples, rolling out of the ring in a desperate attempt to escape. But there's no escape tonight. As Mathers tries to climb back into the ring, TDK launches itself through the apron, striking him mid-air. The sickening thud echoes as Mathers crashes onto the unforgiving concrete. Blood from Mathers' forehead as TDK lifts him into a belly-to-belly suplex, slamming him onto the steel entrance floor. But here comes Cardona, attempting to save his partner. Bad idea. Alabama slam to Cardona. He's out cold. TK climbs the steel steps, hoisting him up for the rock bottom, delivering a message straight to the so-called champion. He is coming for the title. Rock bottom. Pin him. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Total dominance. Brian Mathers never stood a chance. The DarKnight is standing tall in front of Matt Cardona. The message is clear. Your time as champion is almost up. And that's a wrap for the first episode of my Wrestling Empire series. What an insane journey we've already had. Challenging the system, defeating legends, and making an undeniable statement to the entire NXT roster. But the story doesn't end here. My eyes are locked on Matt Cardona and the NXT Championship. You've seen what I can do. Imagine what's coming next. What was your favorite moment of this episode? And do you think I'll finally dethrone Matt Cardona when the time comes? And don't forget to subscribe, because every gamer and every wrestling fan needs the Dark Knight by their side.